Welcome to Local Point, your life, your stories, with your host, David Gale.
Hello and welcome to Local Point. I'm your host, David Gale, and joining me today in the VTV6 studio is Superintendent Brotherson and Superintendent Dockins of the Duchesne School District and the UNS School District, respectively. And they're here to discuss the second annual Education Summit. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So, second annual. Apparently the first one was a success of some sort. Tell me about what this Education Summit is.
Well, it's a celebration of educators, really. The whole idea is that we are finding a way of having our professional development for our teachers, and we have the support from our whole community, both communities. And so our goal has always been to offer professional development that's developed by teachers for teachers.
Okay, and is there, having no educational scholastic background of myself, when you have a school district and you've got a bunch of teachers, I'm assuming that there's a certain amount of continuing education that has to happen for them in order for them to keep accredited? How does that work?
They have relationship points that they have to, over the 5-year period, generate so many points each year towards relicensure. Some of those can be done in local professional development, but as we have tried to bring in speakers and professionals from other companies, they're quite expensive, and we do have teachers' resources in our own school districts that could provide those, and that's what the Educational Summit does, is brings us all together so that we can take advantage of the local professionals and then network with each other.
Okay, so in the past, before your first annual summit, teachers would have to go outside of the UNA Basin in order to get this kind of education?
Potentially. There were some things that we would try to bring into the basin with, paying for professionals to come in. But we realize we have the professionals in our own basin who can teach, and so potentially this could earn 6 continuing education points.
Okay, and is that a lot?
It's a good chunk. Yeah.
Okay, and then they're able to do that, and then they can finish up by going elsewhere.
Sure.
Is there online classes? I'm kind of getting off subject a little bit.
There's all kinds of different ways for teachers to earn points.
Okay.
Continuing education points, but our focus here was we'd be able to offer the professional development for our teachers and give it's certainly a valuable asset for them not to have to go anywhere else for it.
Yeah. Did a lot of teachers make use of it last year?
Not as many as we'd liked. Okay. I checked the enrollments yesterday, and I think we're pretty close to UNTA, about the same amount from Duchesne, and so we're pleased with that. We're happy. There's quite a few that are coming. It's a Saturday, okay, and so it's a little harder for them to get here. It's typically their day off.
Right.
And so we appreciate them and the efforts they make to be there.
Okay, so tell me maybe a little bit about just the logistics. Where is it happening? When is it happening? What can teachers do to register?
Okay, it's March 25th, which is Saturday, and a teacher can get online, and actually anyone can attend this. It's not just teachers, but it's aimed for teachers.
Okay.
But get online, and it's through the Vernal Chamber.
Okay.
And I think there's a link in the Duchesne County Chamber as well. And it's free for educators. And so we've sent them a code that they can type in if they're an educator, and that'll get them their registration for free. And it'll start at 8 o'clock in the morning on the 25th, March 25th.
And go all day?
It goes all day. We start off with a keynote, and our first keynote is Dean Wilson, who's a rock star out of Duchesne County. He's the principal at Altamont.
Okay.
And so he'll be our keynote in the morning, and then our afternoon keynote at lunch is a man named Brad Barton. And Brad Barton is a motivational speaker. He's a national speaker, and he's done he mixes magic and the idea of perceptions into breaking down barriers.
Oh, really?
And how we have perceptions of certain things that prevent us from accomplishing what we want to accomplish. And so the message is, the theme of our Education Summit is the magic of education. And so it all ties together.
And so you'll be doing some of that as part of.
Yes.
That'd be fun. I want to go see some magic and feel motivated about the barriers that I can break down now.
Right.
For those of us who aren't educators, if we wanted to go, what's the cost involved?
It's $15.
$15, and we could register the same way. We just don't have the code, and but we could go participate just the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got a lot more questions for you about what else happens in between those keynote speakers, but we've got to go to a break really quick. So when we come back, we're going to talk more to our two superintendents about the Education Summit. Stay with us.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
Hello and welcome back to Local Point. Before the break, we were discussing the Education Summit happening in Vernal for both the Duchesne and Uinta school districts, and we have Superintendent Dockins and Superintendent Brotherson here to tell us about this second annual one. Hoping to get a little more buy-in from teachers. Maybe all of them will show up because we were saying during the break that this not only is a summit and a chance for the educators to get educated, but it's also a chance to recognize them. Is that not correct?
We're going to honor our Teachers of the Year right at the very beginning.
Okay.
Each one of the schools in our districts have a Teacher of the Year, and they're nominated through a process by their peers and by their principals, and we're going to honor them right at the very beginning. And we appreciate the Chamber and the others that have participated and enabled us to be able to give them a little recognition and honor them at the summit.
That must be kind of a big deal for those teachers to be recognized as the Teacher of the Year. I mean, what goes into choosing that teacher?
Well, at each school, there's in Uinta School District, every school has a nomination process, and they're nominated by their peers or the principal or a parent. And so then they raise up to an individual from each school, and then those are typically presented to the district, and from a district we select one. We haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So these are recognitions of all of our teachers from our individual schools.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun for them.
Yeah. One of the nice things about this conference is we're focused on the school districts, but there's also professional development and collaboration with USU and UBATC as well, and we're recognizing educators from those programs as well in this. And so this is a collaborative endeavor that's been developed by the communities, and I think that just shows how much Vernal and Duchesne want to support their teachers, want to support education altogether.
Yeah, in fact, I wonder, maybe from your experience, if you know whether or not this kind of cooperation between superintendents is typical or not. I personally haven't seen it.
It's been typical of our relationship. I don't know that it's happened before, but Mark and I have been very close throughout our tenure, and we've shared even the professional development that we did before. We would invite the other district to participate. And so as we had some that were in the Duchesne area, we would invite Uinta teachers to come over, and they've done the same.
Yeah, it's been very collaborative between the two districts, except for on the football field.
We all know who's the best.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say which one.
Black and gold.
Okay, so let's get back to the summit then. We had a keynote in the morning. We had one in the afternoon. What happens in between those that offers those credits for the teachers themselves?
And that's where the power of our teachers have come from, because our teachers are the ones that are driving this. And so we have breakout sessions that are in 3 different themes. One theme is best practices in the classroom. One theme is health and stress management for our teachers. And then one theme is aimed at technology in the classroom. Okay. And so those are the strands that run through this. And then our teachers and administrators are all the people that are doing the presentations in the breakouts. And so we have we have 2 sessions before lunch and 2 sessions after lunch. And each session has 7 options.
Oh, wow. So you're saying that you're pulling from the talent of our teachers here locally. What about those teachers make them qualified, make them the professionals to teach the other teachers?
There's one presentation that's, I can't remember the title exactly, but it's Teaching 911. And our coaches, our teacher coaches, teach an induction class once a month on Mondays, and then they visit classrooms. And they take our teacher evaluation tools and talk to our teachers about best practice. And so as they're presenting, they've done this for 3 years now. They have cohort 1, 2, and 3. They're going to present on Teaching 911 and just some of the strategies on classroom management or those type of things to help teachers to be more effective.
Okay. Well, we're almost out of time, but I want to make sure that we, at least one last time, let everybody know the who, what, where, when, why, how. Where is it happening? When's it happening? How do people register?
Okay, so it's at our UNA Conference Center.
Yes, in Vernal.
In Vernal, March 25th. It starts at 8 o'clock. Registration is on the Vernal Chamber and the Duchesne Chamber websites. And there's a button that they can click for the Education Summit, and then it'll go through the steps on registration.
And if you're a teacher, then you should have gotten a code, so
Yes.
you can do it for free. If you're not a teacher and you want to be a part of it, it's $15.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck. I hope that everybody attends. Thank you very much for joining us, letting us know about it today. And of course, thank you all for watching Local Point. That's all we have time for this week's show. Stay tuned for this week's community calendar.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
Feeling good about today? Welcome to this week's community calendar, brought to you by the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, building commerce one member at a time. Let's get right into this weekend schedule. I'm so excited, except for one little thing, which is there's a mistake here. You see this right here, March 17th, Friday? There's a picture of a knife and a gun. Looks like it's a crime scene. That's not really happening that day. First on Friday, March 17th, it's the last day of the Utah Flood Safety Awareness Week. Do we have a graphic for that? That's not the right graphic. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Forget it. We don't have a graphic for it. Well, if you want to learn more about how to protect your home and property during this time of year because of the spring runoff, you're going to want to contact the Uintah County Office of Emergency Management. They got something going on Friday that is the last day of this week of flood watch, or at least awareness, right? Okay, now on to Saturday, March 18th through Sunday the 19th. Well, what is happening here? There we go. Look, it's a gun show. It's a true gun and knife show. They say that because they say that it's only guns and knives and stuff related to guns and knives. No Play-Doh, no accordions. Anyway, it runs from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Uintah Conference Center. $5 will get you in, and all the proceeds go to the Buckskin Hills shooting range. I'm actually kind of excited for this. I don't know what it is. I moved to Vernal like 10 years ago, and ever since then I'm like, I need a gun and a camper and an ATV. It's in your blood here, I guess. Looking into next week now, March 20th through the 26th. Did I mention that was Saturday and Sunday? That was Saturday and Sunday. Okay, here we go. Tuesday, March 21st, we got soccer. Hey, is this the first one, guys? Yeah, it's our first soccer game that VTV's covering. This is Springville. It's a boys' game. Of course, like I said, VTV6 will be providing coverage starting at 4 p.m. You can watch it, cable channel 6, or if you're not anywhere within cable range, if you're watching this from, I don't know, New Zealand or something, you can go to vtvchannel6.com. Wednesday, March 22nd now, documentary film night. This is fun at the Uintah County Library. It starts at 7 p.m. This week, they're going to be featuring the Eagle Huntress. This is a cool story. This is, we don't have a picture of it. I thought this is just the library. But this is about a little girl, 13 years old, in like Kazakhstan, among the like nomadic tribal people there, who for centuries have been hunting with eagles, like giant eagles. But she's the first girl to be trained to be an eagle hunter. Not to hunt eagles, but hunt with eagles. Like she's on a horse, and the eagle comes and lands on her, about takes her out with the horse. But, you know, it's really cool. It's like girl power. All right, also on Wednesday, there's an informational meeting about Medicare and PEHP Medicare supplement plans at the Uintah Basin Applied Technology College in Roosevelt. So, you know, obviously there's a lot going on right now with health care plans. You know, is it Obamacare? Is it Trump care? What's going to happen? I don't know. So this might be, you know, useful to go to. It's going to be in room R2 and R3, not D2. I know you wanted D2 there. R2 and R3 from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So it's an hour long. Thursday now, March 23rd. The Heritage Museum in Vernal is featuring a new exhibit called Hello, Are You There? Connecting Through Telecommunication. I don't think you're supposed to say it like that. Connecting through telecommunication, but hello, are you there? It's like part of the name. It's in the prompter. It's got to be. It's basically an open house on this day to feature this new exhibit from 5 to 7 p.m. Again, the Heritage Museum is at 155 East Main in Vernal. Also on Thursday, the Sports Spin from VTV6. Mark Mason and John Nerdin move into spring sports. We're talking about soccer and baseball and softball and all the other sports that are happening this time of year, so don't miss that. Friday, March 24th now. This is the following weekend. The Home and Garden Show. I think they did this on purpose. I'm just going to give you my opinion here. I think they had the gun and knife show, and they were like, we got to balance this out a little bit. Let's have the Home and Garden Show the very next weekend. Happening at Vernal's Western Park both Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information or to get a booth, you can contact avfarmersmarket@gmail.com. It's not up there, but let me tell it to you again. AV, like Ashley Valley, farmersmarket@gmail.com. Saturday, March 25th, the Vernal Chamber Second Annual Education Summit is happening this day. It's from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Uintah Conference Center. And for tickets and event information, you can go to summit.vernalchamber.com or .org. Nobody's answering me. It doesn't say in the prompter. .org. Summit.vernal.chamber.org. Dang it! I'm one too many dots. Rewind and listen to the first part. Also on Saturday, there's something called the Corey's Health and Wellness Seminar. Don't know nothing about this other than you can learn about motivational and wellness, both physical and mental. Get your body and your brain going. It's 100% free, but there's only 50 seats, so reserve your seat. I believe that you have to get a hold of Anytime Fitness. Yeah. Yes, Anytime Fitness. Whew. Man, it was a little rough, wasn't it, this week? That's right. Let's get into weekend weather now, shall we? It's so nice outside, isn't it? Isn't it great? We've been out with my family and taking walks, and the dog loves it because he's not, you know, up to his neck in snow. Weekend lows averaged in the lower 40s, the highs into the 70s. Oh, my goodness. Just barely partly cloudy on Friday, and then the sun is coming out. You could go to the lake. I don't know what the lakes are looking like right now, but if there was no ice on there, it would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Into next week now, your lows average, they vary a little bit from 32 up to 40. It starts to drop down again next week. Got a little bit of, in fact, you may have noticed on Thursday we had some wind coming in. That'll probably happen again towards Monday. Bringing these clouds back, temperatures dropping back down, about 58 degrees in the middle of the week. But still, really nice outside. I'm kind of enjoying it. Maybe you are too. I hope so. Those are the events we have for this week's community calendar. If you have an event coming up, let us know. You can call 435-781-1902, or you can leave a comment down below here. Hey, thank you for watching. Like VTV6 on Facebook. We're going to see you here next time. Watch us every week. Did you notice anything? Wait. Did you notice anything about this week?